Hi and welcome guys to the next Unreal Engine C++ tutorial in which I want to show you some techniques to combine C++ and blueprints. Today I will add physics to the cube to be able to add an impulse to move it upwards when a key is pressed and it will fall down to the ground again. So I first have to enable simulate physics for the mesh, and if you like you can define here a different mass, and I also would like to lock the rotation because I just want to move it upwards. Okay, then I open the myActor C++ file and comment out the logic in the tick method we added the last time. The shortcut for commenting out, by the way, is Ctrl, K and C. And then I switch to the header file and add a new method called liftCube. I already showed the UPROPERTY macro for member variables, and there is a similar one for methods, and this is called UFUNCTION. I use this here with the argument blueprint callable so that we can call the function from the blueprint. Okay, then back to the implementation file and implement the function. And what I do here is to use the method addImpulse of the mesh with an up vector and multiply this with the mass of the mesh. I use a constant value for the up vector of 1000. This will be a very strong impulse, but I will show you how to configure this later on. Alright, then compile the project and after that open the player's blueprint to call this new function liftCube when a key is pressed. I will add a new input node, let's say for the L key. And I want to call this liftCube method now of the actor of myActor, so I need a reference to the myActor object. And you can do this by adding a variable, and I call this the actor, for example. Then I define this as public because I want to assign it from the editor, and after that I change the type to myActor. Okay, now I can drag this variable to the blueprint as a getter, and then I find my method liftCube, and here it is because we defined it with the UFUNCTION macro as blueprint callable. Then I connect it to the L key pressed output, save and compile, and then start the game to test if this already works. But first we have to assign a myActor instance to the actor variable of the blueprint that is now visible, and I use myActor1, this one here. And finally we can start. Okay, now I press the L key and it is moved upwards. Great. And the physics are simulated. Everything works as expected, but it's always the same value for the impulse. What I want to do now is to apply a random value here. And again, I will combine C++ and blueprints. So let's see how to do this. Open the C++ file, and instead of this constant value of 1000 for the f vector, I will use a variable and call this liftAmount. Then I define this liftAmount variable as float in the header file and use again the UPROPERTY, but this time with the argument blueprint read write because we want to set this value in the blueprint. Then I initialize this liftAmount to 0 in the constructor, go back to the editor and compile, and after that open the player blueprint to use this new property. And as I said, I want to assign a random value to this liftAmount that is now visible. I can drag this out here. Then use the setter node because we want to set this variable. And now we will assign a random float value that lies in a certain range, and this can be done with blueprints in a very easy way because there is a random node. Just right click and find this and use the random float in range. And for the range I define a minimum of 100 and let's say 1200 for the maximum, and then assign this to the liftAmount, and that's it. Alright, then let's start and test it. Then I press L, and this was a very low amount, this was a higher one. You can see this is a random value. Okay, but wouldn't it be great if we could walk underneath the blocks when they are lifted? Currently it's the navigation mesh that avoids this because it is calculated just one time, it's static. So let me show you how to change this. Open the project settings and search the navigation mesh. Then runtime, the runtime generation, and I set this from static to dynamic. Okay, and now we should be able to lift these blocks and walk underneath. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, we learned a lot today. Here's the last thing that I want to add. Perhaps I would like to know the exact amount of the lift amount variable when the block is lifted. So let's come back to something we learned in the first part of the C++ tutorial, and this is the UELock macro. I will use this here in the liftCube method just to lock out the lift amount. As a placeholder for the value, I use %f because we want to lock a float value. And I set the lock filter to lock actor that I used in the UELock macro as my lock category. And when I start now and press the L key, you can see the lift amount value in the output log. Okay guys, that's it again. I really hope you liked this part, and if you like my channel then don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching this and thanks for your support. Perhaps you consider supporting me on my Patreon, this would really help a lot. See you soon on JNM.